AI startups are reshaping the U.S. defense industrial base. Procurement bottlenecks, rigid legacy contracts, and a rare earth supply chain dominated by China have combined to slow the production of missiles and interceptors, just as the Iran war has drained U.S. stockpiles to their lowest levels in years. Dr. Guy Keone, Critical Minerals Initiative Fellow at the Cambridge Middle East and North Africa Forum and CEO of the geostrategy consultancy Misong, argues that artificial intelligence, applied from mineral separation through missile assembly, is the tool now compressing decades of slow, incremental progress into a matter of years, and opening the defense sector to a new generation of startups competing with the primes. Historically, when gas prices go down, consumption goes up. Emissions go up too. People drive more, and the avenues of commerce accelerate. Consumers and entrepreneurs alike plan more and do more. Cheaper goods allow people to be more productive. That same relationship holds true for artificial intelligence in American industry, which allows more productive firms to grow, hire, expand, and scale. In fact, U.S. firms that have invested in integrating AI into their workflows have since expanded their entry-level headcount by 12, defying expectations that AI would reduce jobs. No industry shows this better than the defense sector, where AI is being paired with government contracts that seek accelerated production. The American defense industry has historically been very slow. There are procurement bottlenecks, with long-running chains of bureaucracy that delay and dull innovation. Legacy manufacturers have become inflexible with long-term repetitive contracts and complex supply chains, often structured to appease congressional constituents. The process has produced a variety of domestic and international choke points. Another choke point sits entirely upstream of the factory floor. China refines close to 90 of the world's rare earths and roughly 94 of the sintered permanent magnets used in missile guidance and radar systems, and it has shown it will restrict export licenses to U.S. defense suppliers with little warning. AI does not change that concentration of power. It shortens how long it takes to build an alternative to it. AI is doing similar work upstream, separating the critical choke point beneath the factory floor. Isolating individual rare earths from complex ore matrices is a chemical engineering challenge requiring dozens of solvent extraction stages, a craft China has refined across 4 decades. AI is improving the extent to which Western companies can change the calculus. Aclara Resources and Argonne National Laboratory are now building an AI digital twin to simulate those stages instead of running them by trial and error, accelerate ramp-up timelines, and reduce uncertainty at a planned Louisiana separation plant. A comparable AI-controlled rare earth separation facility in Saskatchewan is now entering commissioning. Neither has replaced Chinese capacity yet, but it's the same compression driving the factory floor. This is decades of learning curve compressed into years. The same compression is happening downstream, where the minerals become missiles, and none of it is speculative. AI's boost to production, jobs, the economy, and defensive readiness is already occurring. Business development within legacy companies like Raytheon and Boeing has been riddled with delays and procurement stagnation. However, at the startup level, entrepreneurship and accelerated manufacturing using AI have begun to reshape how the defense industry functions. Many new companies stand out. 3-year-old company Castelion, for example, manufactures hypersonic missiles using AI-automated rapid iteration and vertical integration to build out industrial systems constructed for agility and scale. They joined a separate Pentagon agreement to scale production of the Blackbeard hypersonic missile. Manufacturing company Hadrian is another startup that has impressed the defense sector by creating its own AI model, named Opus, for integration into its factory of the future for defense production. Hadrian provides automation tools that can be integrated across factories, for example, reducing lead times for production for Endural Industries by over 50. Hadrian, founded in 2020, prioritizes flexibility in the manufacturing process, using Opus to automate production on reduced timescales with sudden changes in procurement needs. The company has hit an $8 billion market cap as it rapidly expands production and its workforce, focusing on building parts for naval defense capabilities. Zone 5 is another company working to rapidly produce low-cost cruise missiles and interceptors. Caracol AM, similarly, applies large format additive manufacturing (LFAM) and wire arc additive manufacturing (WAM) to the defense sector. Both methods are robotic technologies for casting and forging complex and dual-use military components. The company can print parts directly from CAD models using AI, heavily reducing overall lead times. Under the Parallel LCCM program, new agreements and contracts with startups like these will help the Pentagon reach its goal of procuring more than 10,000 low-cost cruise missiles over 3 years, beginning in 2027. These are just a few examples among many of how AI is used to create real material increases in output. The ambition is driven by urgency. The Iran war reduced stockpiles of Patriot missiles from 2,200 before the war to fewer than 827. THAAD missiles dropped from 452 to 278. Over 1,000 Tomahawk missiles have been expended since the war began, nearly half of the U.S.'s global inventory. The number is striking considering the U.S. only produced 207 Tomahawk missiles for FY 2026. New requests for more will likely not arrive until 2030, after 34 months of production lead time, though a $22.9 billion contract awarded this month aims to ramp annual production past 1,000. This is why companies that accelerate production are crucial for national security, and it is why AI will show its biggest successes within the defense sector first. Artificial intelligence has become a tool for increasing productivity by finding efficient new workflows for manufacturing processes, offering substitutive solutions, and accelerating innovation by analyzing and tracking material production. Defense industries have been among the first to showcase these benefits of AI, and increasingly AI has empowered defense startups to receive government contracts in ways never before possible. In the past, they would have been quickly overlooked as incapable or too small, but now AI has advanced the competitive playing field, expanding the number of defense companies and government contracts. AI is not simply automating the sector. It is one reason startups are now winning contracts once reserved for prime contractors, alongside a deliberate Pentagon shift toward faster, non-traditional procurement. Many economic benefits will stem from the Pentagon's new strategy. The Defense Department has prioritized contracts that transform industry even amongst legacy companies like Lockheed Martin, which received $53.86 billion for tripling the capacity of PAC-3 MSE interceptors by 2030. They also broke ground on a new facility in Alabama in May of this year, preparing to nearly double production lines for THAAD interceptors. Using AI within the factory will allow Lockheed to produce more at a fraction of the cost while also employing more people to handle the increases in output. They will undoubtedly face heavy competition from startups. That competition, driven in part by the use of AI, should, however, result in a more robust, efficient, and productive defense sector, benefiting both national security and the broader American economy.